Only wanted a kiss.
Pop!
What the f?
He's like, uppercut that man.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another scary story animation from Yama. So this is a bus stop horror story. If you guys don't know what a bus stop is, because we're in 2019, we got Uber nowadays. A bus stop is a place where you go to throw at some weird people. All I gotta say, if you're at a bus stop at 3 a.m., I swear you better be ready to throw, because some weird people show up.
Dude, what the f are you punching?
Yo, why does it need to go to a bus stop?
This motherfucker really went.
Yeah, fool, I don't want to hit the mic. Chill.
What the f are you punching?
Chill, I don't want to hit the mic.
If this was the guy, you would have missed him completely. You would have been like,
I was thirsty for a fight, fool.
you would've-
Yo, D should go to a bus stop. You're ready to throw.
Why?
So many people at the bus stop are creepy, and all I gotta say, I'm ready to throw. Bodie, turn into the Hulk. I'm ready.
Bodie? You're ready to throw Who's Bodie?
I don't know. That's his name.
Who's Bodie?
That's his new name.
Who's that guy?
All right, guys. Hopefully, you guys are ready for another scary story. Are we really even scared at any of these? I feel like we're just like,
we're not.
say,
We're
I
just
swear
like-
to God, that dude shows up at my house. I'm ready to throw.
Yeah, we're just.
I'm not scared. I'm ready.
We keep saying we want to throw.
Make my day.
We keep saying we want to throw. That's basically it.
All right, let's get started. It's getting kind of cold and hoary. Maybe a turtle for this video.
This happened when I was 17 years old. I would go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week and ride the bus home. It was a Sunday and I had just missed my bus, so I had to wait longer for another
He's
one.
ready to throw.
I would have called my
I just
parents,
missed my
but
bus
they
stop.
were out
Wink,
for the
wink.
evening,
Any horror?
and taxis
Any
charged more,
guys want to throw?
so I decided to sit and wait in the bus shelter. It was a cold night and snow had just started
I always wanna
peppering
throw
the
the snow.
ground. My bus was taking longer than usual, so I got my phone out and listened to some music. Almost an hour had passed. It was freezing and I hadn't seen anyone at all. That was until I noticed something out of the corner of my eye.
Pa!
A
What
guy
the f?
dressed in thick layers of clothing, walking
Uppercut that
slowly
Oh, this dude's
towards
ready
me.
to throw. I could tell.
I knew staring at him
Why does he
would
look like
draw
an
more
old version of
attention,
John
so I
Wick?
just focused on my
It
phone.
is John Wick.
Oh,
He
good luck.
sat down
Don't
at the
throw
other
John
end of
Wick.
the shelter and just stared at
I
me.
didn't know you were good at it.
There was something off.
Yo, this dude's ready to like
Seemed
do
he
more
was
than
either
throwing.
drunk or on drugs.
He's ready to like go throw down on
He
you.
then asked.
What does the boss do?
I don't
I
know.
took out my earphones.
That's a
and
good
said,
pickup line though.
I think it's delayed because of the snow.
When's the bus stop
He
here?
stared at
Ooh,
me for a
good
while,
pickup
then
line.
started
Didn't
mumbling to
expect that.
himself. He was really starting to creep me out, so I pretended to be on my phone. After
Same.
a couple of minutes,
Wait, why
I
don't you
took
put your
another
headphones
look.
back in? What the f? Like, why would you not
Closer
have
to me.
headphones?
I looked away for a second, then heard the sound of him sliding even closer.
Ooh.
Oh, yo!
He
You gotta
wants
chill.
it. You gotta
okay
chill.
there?
He
He
wants
stared
it.
at me with glossy eyes, lifted his arm, and leaned towards me. Immediately, I grabbed
would've-
my bag
Boom,
and
I
ran
wish
as
would've-
he fell to the ground.
I would have.
I
If
ran
only
down
wanted
the
a
road,
kiss.
trying my hardest not to look back. I kept going until I got to the next bus stop. I turned around to check to see if he was there. He was gone.
was ready
so
at the
I
next
went
bus
to
Can you
stop?
imagine? He's like, I'm here, boy. What
feeling
the?
relieved.
Aim
I
for that
rested
booty.
my head on the back of the glass and waited for the bus.
He's on the bus. Imagine.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I
shit!
jolted and turned around to see the same guy staring at
Oh
me through
shit.
the glass.
He humps the glass.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Then he started walking around the shelter.
Bro, I
towards
would've-
Yo,
me.
I
just
would've-
throw.
I would have
I'm warning
protected
you.
him, bro.
Stay back.
I'm warning you. Stay
I
back. That's how you
yelled
know you
in
don't know how to
panic
fight.
as I was backing up. I wanted to run, but I left my bag in the shelter and I couldn't leave without it.
Dumbass.
Suddenly, the man leaped at me and I quickly moved out of the way.
Dude, I would
fell to the
have
ground
decked him.
face first.
Oh my god, that's so
I froze
creepy.
in shock, then noticed the blood coming from his face. I tried to get a response out of him, but nothing worked. I called the police and paramedics and they arrived.
Oh
shortly
yeah, you could have done
after.
that in the first place.
Yeah.
I told them what had happened and they told me that the guy
And
was
the
on
cop said,
prescription
so like, do you
drugs.
come to the bus stop
I
off?
found a photo in his wallet of him and his son. The boy looked just like me, so we assumed he thought I was him. I later learned that he had lost his son in a custody battle and went off the rails. He
Damn.
was taken away for treatment. That was the last I saw of him.
Oh, I feel
I got
bad.
my driver's license
that's kinda
shortly
bad.
Good thing you didn't
after,
throw.
and have never been on a bus since.
Oh shit. He was in the background. Alright guys, this is Hitchhiking Horse story. Ooh, I'm gonna love this. Dang, everyone giving me ideas to where to throw.
My first car, a 99 Toyota Camry.
A 99
On a warm
Toyota
Saturday
Camry.
night,
99.
my friend Alex
Why does he
invited
make it look
me
like a
over to
Lamborghini?
one of
Sounds
his
hard.
friend's big parties.
Toyota Camry.
To drive the
come on, we
Camry
used to
home
whip that shit,
afterward.
the 04 Camry,
So
remember?
we carpooled with
Oh,
Alex's
that was a
girlfriend,
hard
Brianna.
ass Camry.
We lived in the countryside of Virginia, meaning less big parties. Meaning when there was a big party, it was a huge deal and everyone would go.
Oh, Jesus.
Bet.
We lived about 5 to 10 minutes away from this kid's house. I knew where he lived as I was acquainted with him, but not exactly friends. The whole ride there, we took the same 2-lane highway type road through the woods, and this kid's house was actually on this road further down.
Wow.
At certain points on this road, there were a few houses on either side, and then it would just go back to being a long, empty highway again.
Alright.
The house was
Oh,
tiny,
bet.
like a lot of houses around the area, but the party was held outside anyways, since his closest neighbors were relatively far away, and noise wasn't an issue.
How's this
I'll
a
skip
horse story?
most of the party up
kinda
until the
lit.
point that Brianna, who was supposed to be our designated driver, had to suddenly leave for a small family emergency. Alex said it was fine and that we'd find a ride home. Well, fast forward another few hours and another few drinks,
What the
and I could
was he
barely
thrown?
even walk straight. I checked my watch, and it was like 2 in the morning.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
yeah, I've
I figured it
seen
was
that done
time to
before.
go. I started looking for Alex, but I couldn't find him anywhere. In fact, it seemed like everybody I knew had already left.
know
I
where
could
he
barely
lives.
even think straight, but I was still furious at the fact that Alex could have actually left without me.
Oh, f***ed up.
I asked to use the party host's phone and dialed Alex's home number. After 2 tries, I gave up and then realized I shouldn't wake his family up. So, literally not knowing what else to do, I dizzily stepped out onto the road and began walking back home.
What the
Wait, what?
I knew this walk would take anywhere from half an hour to an hour in my condition.
Fuck that.
Why would
Maybe
you
after
walk home
15
drunk as
minutes
shit?
of
What is
walking
half
down
an
the
hour?
road,
It's not that
the
bad.
slight shine of car headlights on the road was fading in from behind me. Jumping for joy inside, I lifted up my arm and stuck out
Dude,
my
why?
phone.
Wait,
As
he
the
wants
car
to
neared,
hitchhike.
it
Chill.
slowed down and came to a stop right next to me. The man driving the '98 Ford Explorer rolled down the window and asked where you headed. I told him my house was just down the road and beyond a right turn, probably slurring my words beyond comprehension. He chuckled and told me to hop in.
You come to this
I
list
thanked
off
him
often?
and joyously hopped
Imagine.
into the truck.
Same old guy.
I was
what the hell?
exhausted, and I remember completely disregarding things the guy was asking me because
seems
I was so
normal, though.
close to just passing out. And that's what happened. The memories of being in that truck turned to a fog as I'm sure I passed out. The next thing I remember, I woke up still in the moving truck. The guy looked at me and laughed, but didn't say anything. I looked around and realized the road we were on wasn't familiar. I nervously asked, where are we going? He then said, so what were you doing out this late anyway? As the man answered my very straightforward question with another irrelevant question, the sobering reality of the situation hit me. You can let me out anywhere, I told the man. The man responded with a firm no.
Wait, what?
I felt like throwing up as he said that. No, I really actually felt like I was going to throw up.
Bet.
I started to gag as I felt more and more nauseous by the second. The man took his eyes off the road to look at me, and that's when I thought of the perfect distraction. I turned in his direction as I continued to gag, and he started to kind of lean away and slow down the car. Thankfully, I drank as much as I did because I finally threw up and made a point of doing it all over the man's lap. The
What a
man
dude.
yelled in frustration and stopped the car, and that's when I took it upon myself to run for my life into the woods and duck behind a few bushes.
We'll say in the woods?
The man came following into the woods with a flashlight, and on 2 separate occasions, he shined the light straight over me without noticing. Eventually, I heard his footsteps walk even further into the woods past me. That was when I ran back to his truck, but unfortunately, he was smart enough to lock it.
Wait, why
By
is he
some
trying to
miracle,
jack?
I saw another car
Yeah.
approaching in the distance, and I ran out into the middle of the street, waving my arms like a lunatic. The car tried to avoid me, but I wouldn't let it. They were forced to stop, and I yelled at them to help me before they came back. Once I told them that I was kidnapped by the man who was driving that Ford Explorer, the driver agreed to give me a lift. Not to the police station or anything, but to my house. I made it back safely, where I couldn't thank the driver enough. I immediately woke up my parents and told them. My dad wanted to know if I got his tag number. And then I felt like punching myself in the face.
Dumbass.
I failed to get the simplest information from the guy that would have allowed me to actually properly report him. All I knew was that he drove a faded blue 99 Ford Explorer. I made sure to give Alex a piece of my mind, and part of me always held a grudge against him ever since, just for abandoning me at a party without telling me. I haven't seen him in 4 years now, however, and this was actually the first time I even thought about this incident for almost a year now.
Damn.
As time goes on, even the worst of memories may start to fade. But after writing this to share with the internet, it's once again fresh in my mind.
Fresh in my mind.
So like you come to this bus stop often?
That's just Jesus Christ.
Gotta do. Alright, this is babysitting.
It was during a blizzard in Valley Stream. I was getting paid $250 to watch some couple's kid while they went away for the weekend.
Bad.
$250 for
It
what?
took place
One
on the
night?
first night, which was
Jesus.
a
Some rich parents.
Yeah, for real.
Friday, supposedly asleep while I was in
They
the
paid like
living room
40 bucks
watching
or
a
something.
movie. I got a knock at the door and looked at the clock. It was close to midnight. There was no way I was opening it.
Maybe it's the kids.
Not even 10 seconds later, I heard the sound of two or
Sounds
three
like a
men
Discord.
angrily banging on the door, telling me to open up.
off of me!
I felt like my
That's what it
heart was
sounded
about to
like.
stop.
Oh god.
I took a peek through the blinds, and there was somebody standing right on the other side of the window.
Oh,
I
shit.
fell back in fear, and after
Ready,
managing
throw.
to get back on my feet, I ran to the kitchen phone first thing to call the police.
Bro, I'd open the door and
They
be like,
said
let's
because
get it,
of
boy.
the weather, it could take a while for an officer to get here.
I'll say, yo, get the
I
kid.
was told to take the
I'm
child
good.
and hide somewhere until an officer arrived. They wanted to keep me on the line, but I wasn't thinking clearly in the heat of the moment and hung up. However, it wasn't until I ran through the living room that I realized the banging had stopped. I took a second peek through the living room window. Nobody was there now.
Shit off of me. Oh, shit.
I heard the sound of glass
Oh, no,
shattering
great
from a
reaction.
few rooms over. My knees started to feel weak as I realized they had just broken the window and were about to climb into the house. I had to run and get Matthew. I couldn't just leave without him. Of course, when I got upstairs, there was no time left to run back downstairs, as I already heard footsteps and laughter coming from downstairs. I covered Matthew's mouth with my hand as I ran with him into his toy closet. A few minutes dragged on to what felt like half an hour as we sat there in the dark closet. Matthew began to squeal as footsteps on the carpet reached the outside of his bedroom door. There was more than one person. They came inside. There weren't many places to hide in this room. I was actually reflecting on my whole life.
Oh, wow.
Yo,
First one.
what?
We heard the sound of a police siren outside,
bet.
even from in the closet. And then I heard one of the men in the room mutter, "Aw, shit." I opened the door back up as I heard at least 3 pairs of footsteps hurriedly rushing down the stairs. They didn't get far, as the police later found their footprints in the backyard, leading to our shed.
Oh, shit.
There were 5 men in total, and they were all arrested.
5? Oh, shit. Alright, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy these horror stories. Which one did you like the most? The one where
I like
you
the
come
old
to the
man.
bus stop often? Or like...
You come to the bus stop,
Or
bam!
the second one?
In the face.
Did you come to the bus stop often? Or 3? I'm gonna come to your bus stop. Alright, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see more horror stories, leave it down below. We want 5,000 likes. 5,000 likes will bring another horror story to our channel. And we will see you guys again tomorrow with our latest video. And we'll see you guys then. So like always,